May 4th, the Forte experience is coming back to DC. It's an all-white rooftop experience. It's not like your normal networking event. It's a network party. Come socialize, come break bread, come learn how to grow, scale, and make more efficient your business. Get your tickets now. www.theforteexperience.com www.theforteexperience.com. You don't want to miss out. See you there.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Forte podcast. I am your co-host, Dominic Epps.
And I'm your co-host, Randall Monfiston.
And we are here to dive into your lane of greatness to discover what comes easy for you that may not be easy for others.
Everyone's a genius, from the 9-to-5 employee to the Fortune 500 billionaire. We're here to highlight those attributes through dialogue and interviews with amazing guests.
So now that you're here, answer this question. What is your forte?
What's your forte?
What's up, my brother? How are you, man? You are doing great today, I'm assuming.
Absolutely. I am.
All right. Talk to me, man. Talk to me. Amazing day. What happened? What took place? Traffic was good. You didn't get any parking tickets. Like, how was it? Talk to me. What's up?
Hey, that's fun that you brought that up. And we didn't even rehearse this. I literally went to a networking event, another one, prior to coming on here, and I had to try to creatively figure out a parking spot in front of the venue that we were at. And
Okay.
fortunately for me, luckily, like, the parking spot was about this big, and my car, I was able to jump up just enough so I could be within the line of
Wow.
not being in no parking zone. So yeah,
Wow. Okay.
I didn't go in there knowing that, but I made it work.
So you was okay with somebody breathing on your vehicle? Because I'm gonna tell y'all, this dude is a straight, clean freak. When you get in his vehicle, there's no eating in his vehicle. Like, you almost got to take your shoes off, like you're going in grandma's house, walking on the carpet. So you was okay with somebody being that close to your car? I'm just checking. I'm just trying to figure out. You was good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Other than that, man, how was the weekend? Did you watch the All-Star game?
I did not. I was out and about, doing some things.
Yep.
I did miss that, but I definitely watched the ESPN highlights. So it looked like a good game.
Too many points though.
Yeah, like, do they ever play defense? It's all offense.
Yeah, it's getting out of hand though. It's getting out of hand. I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
even
They
watch it.
broke 200. It broke 200, didn't
They
they?
broke 200. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Like, it was like 200 and something to like 180 something. Like, it's
man.
it's it's getting out of hand. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. People still pay to watch it. As far as going there, the whole experience. We gotta have the Forte podcast though, live from a major event such as the All-Star Game, Super Bowl, Grammys, BET. I'm just speaking it into existence, right?
Yeah, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
Yeah.
You put it out in the atmosphere, it's gonna come our way. It's gonna
Absolutely.
come our way.
We got it. We got to be live, brother. I did something, man, I haven't done in a while,
What's
and
up? What's up, man?
I pulled an all-nighter, brother. I'm giving myself some for that,
Straight 24 hours plus,
bro. 24 hours plus working in the Airbnb.
bro.
Bro, I got there
That
at like 9 o'clock, Elizabeth City. Got there like 9 something, and
yeah.
worked all the way till 10 a.m. the next morning.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. So if y'all
That
see y'all see
energy
a
was
little
on
bags
high, huh?
underneath my eyes, you see a little bags underneath my eyes, just know that's where it came from. But yeah, man. So, you know, it was something that had to get done, and short amount of time, because the longer property sits vacant, you losing money, right?
Every day it sits vacant. Every
Every
day it
day,
sits vacant.
every
Every
day.
day.
So now it's
Yeah.
time. So if you all are in Elizabeth City, North Carolina, just know, or if you're looking to come visit, we got an amazing place for you to come to. Hey, we can sleep 10, no more than 12, preferably. So yeah. So that's what was happening, man. But listen. Enough of that. Today we got another fire guest.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let me
Let's
tell you,
go.
brother, I love the fact that I can say her name and put Esquire on the end. Doesn't that sound so
Oh, yo,
so
say it
dope?
again. Say it. It's giving me
Es
Lion King vibes. You know how
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Mufasa,
yeah.
you gotta say it. You're like,
Yeah, yeah.
ooh.
Esquire. You know what I'm saying? And she's from the city, so that makes it even better to say Esquire.
Let's
Shalonda
go.
Tillman. Listen, we're going to go to a break, but y'all, we'll bring it up today on the podcast, the Forte podcast, the one and only Shalonda Tillman Esquire. Y'all stay tuned. We're coming right
Yeah.
back. Y'all do not want to miss this. Tell your mama and them. Tell everybody you know. They need to come.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
That's right. Now is the perfect opportunity for you to go to our Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube page. Listen, go to Facebook at the Forte Community. Go to Instagram at the Forte Community. We're looking forward to growing this community with people like you, entrepreneurs, 9-to-5 employees, and those of you that's trying to figure it out. We're bringing fire content from regular people that's doing amazing things. So make sure you're going to Facebook, the Forte Community, IG at the Forte Community. This is what we're doing. All right, brother. It brings me pleasure. I got to bring her out the green room and present to some and introduce to others the one and only, say it with me, Shalonda Tillman Esquire. What's
Hello,
up,
everyone.
sister? How are you?
What's up, brother? How you
You
doing today?
good. Listen, I'm excited that you said yes to joining us today. And I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to getting into this conversation with you. And so welcome to the Forte podcast. Everybody give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up.
Let's go.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so I know you, but the world do not know who you are as of yet. They will know though. They will know. Trust me. I've been seeing your TikTok videos. You about to go viral. You about to go viral. So let the world know who you are, where you from, and just give us a little bit about your story.
Okay, my name is Shalonda Tillman. I'm originally from Suffolk, Virginia, and I came down here and opened up two practices. I practice in Washington D.C. as well as in the Virginia area. I have a virtual office in D.C., but I primarily practice out of Norfolk, Virginia. But all of the seven cities I cover. I do primarily criminal, family law, as well as personal injury.
Wow. Wow. Hold on. So she let us know out the gate, bro, that she got more than one practice and more than one location.
Yeah.
Like, so
Right.
I help me out because I don't know. Is that 2 bar exams or how does that work?
Yes, it definitely
Woo!
is two bar exams.
Man.
It's
Man.
the
Man.
I passed the DC
Okay.
bar first, and then I passed the Virginia bar, which I will say that Virginia bar is one of the harder bars in the United States. Commonwealth, of course, shout out to the Commonwealth
I
for
don't
making
know
it
if
a
we
little bit
I
harder
don't know if
for
we
us.
want to shout them out, but I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. You don't want the judges to be mad. I get it. I get it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. What you got, bro?
Hey, I just want to understand the Esquire, right? I'm not gonna lie. The first time I had Esquire on the back end of a person's name was when that Denzel Washington movie came out. I forgot the name of the movie. Can you kind of elaborate for those who are uninformed like myself? The Esquire, is that like kind of putting a doctor on the front of somebody's name if they're in the medical field or the mental health field? Is that kind of the signature piece to let you know that you're a lawyer?
Yes, that also lets you know that we not only are a lawyer, but we practice law. And so the Esquire gives you that. Lawyers are doctors of law. So you get a
Mm-hmm.
doctorate degree in law. But once you pass the bar, you can put the Esquire behind your name, which shows that you can practice in that particular area, in that particular state.
Boom.
Got you. Got well. I've come across a couple lawyers, and I don't think I've always seen. So maybe I'm not understanding. Is it a choice? Do some feel like it's a not like it's not needed to have the Esquire on the back? Because I think every doctor says I'm Doctor Such and Such. I don't think every lawyer says I am John Doe Esquire. So I'm wondering why do some use it and why others don't. I know you mentioned that It means that you
It's a,
pass the bar as well as you practice it. But I would assume that everybody will want the Esquire, right? If you're doing law, like you actively practicing law.
a lot of individuals don't necessarily practice law in the litigation format. So if you're doing transactional law, I mean, you always want to have that out there to show the courts and individuals that you're dealing with in the business setting that you are a lawyer. But in the everyday setting, you call me Shalonda. Like, I don't make my clients feel like Esquire. But in a business setting, I'm talking to the judge. I'm writing a letter. I'm going to say that. And I may use it more than someone that is doing transactional law. That means they're not going to court litigating. I am more of a litigator, so I am in the courtroom arguing before the court, and so it's kind of like put some respect in my name when you when
Hey,
you're in the
you
court.
took it out
Got
my
you, got
mouth.
you, got
I was about
got
to
you.
say, "Brrr," put some respect on her name. She,
So the
yes,
people who
yeah.
write up contracts and proofread contracts, those type of lawyers won't be the ones unless they also do
They
litigation, like they go to
they can
courtroom
put
to
it on their
defend.
they can put it on their behind their pass the bar. They're able to do that, but they may not be so much. They may not want to do it as much because they're speaking to their clients more so than like court staff and judges.
Got it.
It's just a preference. It really is a preference. You may meet a doctor that just call me by my first name or my last name. Like you said, it's really just a preference, but it's the distinguishing thing to say, hey, you are a practicing lawyer that sets you apart from that.
All right.
Got you, got you, got you.
So let's get down to background, right? Tell us a little bit about where you're from and how was your upbringing, and then we'll work our way up to what you're doing now.
Okay. So like I said before, I am from Suffolk, Virginia. I'm from downtown Suffolk. I live in northern Suffolk now, but I like to distinguish that for people because downtown Suffolk, when you know, you know. And I graduated. I went to Lakeland and Nansemond River High School. Um, and then I went off to the military and I came back and to practice law. One of the motivating things that I did go to law school for is that my brother was in trouble. Both my brothers were in trouble growing up with the law. And so one of my brothers actually has had a murder charge. So that motivated me to be an attorney to give individuals equal opportunities to legal assistance. And
Wow.
so that is the thing that primarily motivated me. And I see that disparity so much in the Black community, whether it's family law, whether it's criminal law. A lot of times people don't get the outcome they want simply because they don't have the access to an attorney.
So here's my question. So when you were in school, right, it wasn't that you were looking to be an attorney. Is that correct?
Well,
High
I
school.
actually high school, no. I will tell you, in high school, I wasn't looking to be an attorney in high school. I went off to go to the military.
What
After the
branch? What
military,
branch you go
I,
to?
the army.
Mm,
I
okay.
went to the army. I know.
It's all
Uh,
right. It's all right.
I know
uh,
the army stole me from the Navy. They was like, you don't want to be in the water. And I was like, you know what? You might be right.
Oh, they got you.
okay.
Yeah,
They
they got me.
got you. Okay, okay. You're not a shipmate, but that's okay. All right.
Right.
All right.
But
All
I
right.
did have the opportunity to work in a place called the Florida Bar, which is organization that regulates attorneys. Virginia has one as well. And through that, I met some amazing people, African American females that were lawyers, and it let me know like, hey, this is possible. Like it didn't seem such a far reach that I could become an attorney as well. And so I did apply for law school, and I ended up coming back to my hometown to practice law.
Wow. So let's talk about your brother's situation. So your brother catches a murder charge, right? Was it
Right.
that he was having poor representation that was bothering you? Or did he not have representation? Did he have like a court opponent? Like what made you say, okay, nah, I'm not feeling this and I'm about to do something about it? I think that's a dope
I
story.
will. I will not say that he had bad
Okay.
representation. I think he was he was young, 18
Okay.
and 19. So ill informed, I probably say he was. The family not knowing about the law. Um, his attorney now is a judge, and I wouldn't say anything bad about him because he really did do a good job.
Gotcha.
He's a Norfolk judge now. I won't throw his name out there, but he did a great job. I think my brother was ill-informed and scared, which most people are. And I think some of the things that the barriers that we have is that attorneys have a problem connecting to individuals on an everyday level. And
Mm,
what I mean by that is explaining to people, like in layman's term, like, hey, this is like, it's more than likely that this is going to happen. Like, like, I'm not just throwing this out there to you. So my approach with clients in the criminal field is that I want to make sure you totally understand the probability as best I can, your outcome. I can't guarantee that outcome, but I want to give it to you in a real view, that the possibility, like what's stacked up against you, the evidence, what typically happens in similar situated cases. And I think sometimes that is not brung across to defendants. And so, I mean, when you're facing life and death sentence and, time, significant time, that is a hard decision to make. And I can't make that for my client. And my brother's attorney couldn't make that for him either. But
yep.
you really have to make sure your client fully understands, their options.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
How do you walk that fine line where, cause I'm thinking from a psychological standpoint. Fortunately, I haven't been in a similar position, but I'm thinking I could imagine some lawyers may want to try to keep the hopes high for the individual, maybe to a flaw, because if you have too high of a hopes, then you're dreaming of the day that I get out or I get proven not guilty of a charge without thinking of the potential consequences. How do you navigate being able to share with your client, like, hey, this may happen, without crushing their hopes for continue to try? Because I could imagine some people who say, you know what, well, if the system's against me, why even try? Why even continue to fight against the legal system?
My favorite thing to tell my clients is, I'll fight the battle that you want me to fight, but I'm gonna tell you the likely outcome of this fight. And that could be based off of the courtroom we're in. That could be based off of the city we're in and the evidence that they have against you. So I'll tell them, if you want me to argue this argument, it is a valid argument. I'll let you know whether it's a valid argument, and I will argue it for you. But they'll be more mad at you for giving them false hope in the end, right? So they end up getting significant time, and you told them that they could possibly get off. So now you have opened yourself up to maybe getting a bar complaint, ineffective assistance of counsel. Like, it's a lot of things that go into it. So you have to give, it's your duty as a lawyer. That's one of the rules, that you inform them well. And so you don't give them false hope. You give them a reality of what the possibility is. One of the first things that you're going to do is the time range. Each charge carries a time range. So you want to let them know, like, this is the possibility. And a lot of times we're speaking to the prosecutors. We know, what they're trying to give them. So I'm going to talk, it's not going to be something that we don't know. We're going to have all the evidence. And I'm going to ask the prosecutor, what are you asking for? And try to get a great deal if possible. But we kind of have some idea of what the likely outcome is. It's a gamble when you just go to trial, but sometimes we have some evidence that can prove us innocent. And, my client is exonerated based off of, I'm saying, hey, I think we should go for this. Like, it's times that I feel like, hey, it's it's not guaranteed, but I think we have a real shot of arguing this point, and winning. And now we've won. And so it's all about the communication. But no one wants you to lie to them or give them false hope when they're facing real life consequences.
Got a question for
Got you.
you, Yolanda. In school, did you find yourself verbally or physically taking up for other people?
I think I was. My mom always said I was that person that I hated bullies. I hated people that um, attack people for no reason. So I was that person, like, hey, don't do that. And those things probably rubbed off on being a lawyer, as well as analyzing everything. My dad used to say that I could tell you the outcome of a movie, or finish a puzzle quick, because what people don't understand, a lot of the law is about analyzing
Mm,
and, observing. They don't necessarily teach you how to be a lawyer per se. It's more so, I can read the room a lot. I can talk, see how the judge maybe think and how he's ruling, his pattern, the Commonwealth attorney, and the witnesses to be able to cross-examine them well. So it's a lot of analyzation when it comes to that.
Gotcha. Oh,
Mm.
Randall Monfeston Esquire.
Well,
He's
well,
he's very analytical.
wow,
That's why I say that. He's very analytical. So I just had to throw that
man.
throw that in there.
I could be analytical, but the way the law is written and understanding it is like old English. When I try to read, like I was reading this contract, I'm like, man, this make somebody put me in. I need a New Testament. I need something to put in more layman's terms because this is too. It's a
Yeah.
way above my level.
Yeah. So, Shalonda, how was the experience of, going to school and taking the bar exam? Was there someone that gravitated to you and said, "Hey, let me bring you under my wing, let me mentor you," or did you kind of feel like an outcast that there were people that really wasn't trying to see you succeed in achieving your goals of being an attorney?
I think being an attorney and going through law school as well as studying for the bar is like being on an island. And on that island, it feels like no one understands unless you are a lawyer because they understand it's a 2 day test. I've spoken to doctors and it was like, we specialize, we have to take a test in our area. When you testing for the bar, you test for every area of law and you don't know what's going to be on a test. And so it's a 2 day test, 8 hours both days. It's very, very stressful. And so someone that doesn't understand that,
Mm.
that can make you feel like you're on an island. So individuals that are in law school or are going through that, they'll feel that pain because they know how stressful it is. Typically, when you're studying for the bar, you can't work. Like it's an extensive test, so you just understand that. As far as law school, I love law school. I tell everybody that. Um, I've had mentors that are going to law school or that are in law school, and I tell them in high school, I wasn't that person, but in law school, I was in the front of the class.
Wow.
You know, I was very participant in the conversations. I went to a lot of clinics to learn different areas of law. I worked at the public defender's office. I worked at an entrepreneur clinic. I worked at the immigration clinic. I was all hands on when it came to law school. I sucked it in because I took it as an opportunity for myself, like the little girl from Suffolk, Virginia, that's in law school, and I'm glad I'm here. I didn't worry about the time. People always say, "Hey, being a lawyer or a doctor takes so much time." I loved every day. It went by so fast. I was like, "Oh, it's over with." So for law school, I loved it. I also studied abroad 2 years. I studied
Oh,
international law 2 years.
Man,
I able to travel the world basically to Rome, Spain, Greece, and learn about different cultures and different areas of law in different countries. So law school has the law itself has given me a lot of opportunities.
gotcha,
what
gotcha.
does
Go
that
ahead.
do going abroad? Like I could imagine from certain industries, right? You benefit. Let's say if you're in a business degree and going abroad, it helps you understand on how your logistics of this particular supply chain here affects another, or vice versa. How does law in other countries help influence or help better you as a lawyer, esquire, here in the United States?
Well, I would say one of the classes I took was about real estate, right? And so, for instance, in Europe, they have squatter laws that protect squatters more so than in Virginia. Not even Virginia, United States. You can't kick a squatter out in places in Europe. If they come to your home and they're staying in the house and they have had their whole family there, you about to just get comfortable and sit with them.
We would not
So
be investing in Europe. Let me just put that down there. Not for a buy
Yeah,
and hold situation. Maybe a buy and flip,
yeah,
but not a buy and
yeah,
hold situation.
right, so
Wow.
they have squatter laws that protect the squatters. Have you ever seen one of those movies where the person come home and there's like a whole family there? That is
yeah,
true,
yeah.
you know, and it gives you a perspective. It doesn't necessarily help you. It somewhat helps you. Like for instance, I have another client currently in a family law case where he moved back to the UK, and he's fighting for custody in the United States. So I need to know both areas of law because
Mm.
there may be laws that protect my client that are not from the United States, because he's not a citizen here anymore, you know. So those kind of things help me out. And like you said, if I have a client that's interested in purchasing homes in the UK, I need to make sure they well versed in understanding that the squatter laws, like you may not want to do that, like,
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to a quick commercial break, you all, because we want you to go to the forteexperience.com and get your tickets to our May 4th event. But listen, we'll go to a quick break. We're gonna come right back. We're gonna talk more with Shalonda Tillman, Esquire. Y'all stay tuned because we are just getting into this thing. So stay tuned. Let's go.
The Forte Experience, May 4th in DC, all white, rooftop network party. Keyword here is network and party. So come on out, May 4th, DC. Get your tickets. Early birds on sale now at www.theforteexperience.com. www.theforteexperience.com. Get your early bird tickets. Don't be that last minute person, because then you will have to pay. Come on out, enjoy yourselves, break bread, learn how to grow, scale, make more efficient your business, and meet guests like we have on our podcast, like Miss Esquire. That's what I'm gonna call it, Miss Esquire. That's what we're gonna go with. All right. See you at the Forte Experience.
We are back. We are back with the one and only Shalonda Tillman, Esquire. So, talk
Miss
to us about
Esquire. Miss Esquire.
Miss Esquire. Okay, Miss Esquire. Miss Esquire, talk to us about your company, and how can people get in contact with you? And is there a main area of focus that you will primarily focus on?
Like I said, I do those three primary areas. I've been doing that for 5 years. I am what's called a garden item in Norfolk, Virginia. That is when you don't have an attorney. I am the attorney for the child that finds out what's the best interest for the child in a custody or visitation case. Sometimes I'm appointed to an adult that has a father that may owe child support that can't afford an attorney. Sometimes I am appointed to an individual that can afford an attorney that also maybe have an assault charge in domestic court. But I do primarily do family law in Norfolk and the seven cities all around, divorce, criminal cases, and I do personal injury. So if you've been in a car accident, we will get them funds for you.
That's right. That's right. We need a jingle. We need to give you a jingle for that. She also does evictions.
Right.
Yeah,
Word.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Listen.
Hey,
We
we might need you right now.
no.
Might
We
need you right now.
listen. We got her. We're so
Oh,
glad to
we
have her
do.
on the team. Yes, we
Oh,
got
okay.
her. We
Got it.
got her, and
Got
I'm
it.
so glad about it because tenants are getting smart these days, right? And I'm not saying yes, I am saying it. So it's interesting, bro. When you have tenants that owe you money, they know they owe you money, and then they say, "I'm not going to pay you." And not only am I not going to pay you, I'm going to legal aid because you're not going to kick me out of here. And bro, I got educated. I got educated in the legal system that
Mm.
because we are a corporation, right? I'm thinking, hey, I can represent myself. I've been doing this long enough. Why am I going to get an attorney? Because we are a corporation, we must have an attorney when they are contesting with an attorney. So when a tenant goes and they're contesting it and it's just them, right? That's one thing. But when they go and hire an attorney, we can
Mm-hmm.
no longer represent ourselves. And I
Man.
found that out the hard way when the attorney sat with me in the lobby and he says, "Listen, I'm just being honest." He says, "Do you have your attorney here?" I said, "I'm the attorney." And so he thought I was serious. He was like, "So, where did you pass your bar?" Right? I said, "Nah, man, I'm not an attorney. I'm just representing myself." And I'm giving him, outlining what took place, and he already had to pay the bill of particulars, right? And I'm signing it like, hey, this is my company. I'm representing myself. They owe me. They admitted that they owe, right? And he says, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, 99.9% chance I'm gonna win. The case is gonna get dismissed. And so if you want, we can work out a settlement. Maybe I can work out getting them out the house. And so I'm like, nah, I'm I'm good.
You didn't believe him. You didn't believe him.
I'm good. Bro, I go in there and then, long story short, the judge says, she asked, where's the attorney? I said, I don't have one. She said, Mr. Epps, didn't the bill of particulars communicate that because you're a corporation, you need to have an attorney? Case dismissed.
Mm.
The tenant came in there with shades on. Came in there with shades on, man. And so, yeah, man. So, listen, Miss Esquire, we're so excited. We're so excited for you. You just don't know how excited we are. I just wanted to say that. Let's
Hey,
talk
what's the
about. Go ahead.
statute? I'm sorry, what's the statute? Is there a statute limitations for trying to get basically get your rents not paid back? Like, let's say you're working with one lawyer, and things take a while. They're trying to do their thing, or probably maybe not doing anything, and you're like, you know what? I want to pivot to another lawyer. How long is too long before you could try to go back to get the funds that are owed to you?
Well, when you talk about a warning debt, or you're talking about breach of contract, because essentially that's what it is. You're telling the
Hmm.
individual you haven't paid rent and abided by the contract, so therefore I'm suing you for the possession of the property as well as funds. So it's the same contract rules when it's a breach of contract, which is typically 2 years. So within that statute, because again, that lease that you have is a contract, and you're saying suing them for breach of contract.
So if you go to the eviction process and you go through I don't, again, these terms escape me on what it is, but essentially the judge is saying to you that he agrees that the tenant owes you money, right? But then you have the bank that the tenant used was closed. They go ghost or whatever have you. Is that 2 year limitation to be able to get that money from them still apply, or is it once the judge says they owe you money, it is just a matter of you working in behind scenes, whether it's skip tracing or to get the money back, or trying to find out whatever bank to get the money withheld from their bank account?
Well, it's not so much that is where you're garnishing them. When you say taking money from their bank account, that's after
Yeah.
you've been awarded the warning debt. That's when you reward it. So you can't go straight to the, of course, garnishing their bank account, what's in their bank account. You're going to first start off, like you said.
Hold up, red flag. We saving that for the Patreon. We can't. I told you we can't give them everything, man. We can't
Okay.
give them
All right.
everything. We're gonna save that one, Miss
I just mainly
Esquire.
want to know if I'm not this process started in 20 for myself for a particular property that I was trying to get somebody out of, and they still owe me money. This process started, or it was granted by the judge that I should be paid back in 2022.
Hmm.
This is August of 22, I believe. I just want to make sure that I'm not out of, because
You're
I'm
still
thinking
within your
about.
range to get your money back. I'll tell
You
you
say
that.
again?
You're still within your range to get your money back. How
Okay,
you
I want to
pursue
cut
it is
you off.
on you, though.
Huh?
How you pursue it is on you. You've got the ticket that says, "Hey, it sounds like you've already been awarded the warning debt to say, hey, you must pay this person this debt."
Yeah.
It's on you on how you collect, and sometimes that does require an attorney if you don't know the steps to be able to garnish an individual to recover those funds.
Mm.
Okay. We're gonna
Wow.
have to talk offline because I don't think my
Yeah.
lawyer is doing what she's supposed to be doing.
Yeah, man.
Like once
I'm
every
not
six
lawyer
months, I'm like,
bashing though, so whoever his lawyer is, look.
You should have reached out
well,
to
I'm
Miss
saying it.
Esquire.
I haven't got my money back, and we're not talking about a couple $1,000s either. So I feel like there should be some priority put on this. But I'll talk to you on the side, since Dom's talking about we can't talk about this no
Yeah,
more
we
because
can't.
it's
Yeah,
Patreon
yeah,
worthy.
yeah, yeah. We had to say that for the
Got
Patreon.
you.
All right,
Got
so
you. Got you.
yeah. So I don't. Here's a question I have for you, Shalonda. You talk a lot about your business, right? And you are a go
Right.
getter. Where do you have time? Because I see you TikTok, you be getting it in. So where do you really find time for your personal life? Because you be pretty
I don't have too much of a
occupied
personal
business wise. So,
life.
do you have
Sometimes
a
I
personal
can't.
life? Does your business interfere with you having a personal life, or should we say that for the Patreon too?
I will just tell you this. For me, I am learning how to have a personal life. And I say listen to yourself and your body because when you're tired and overloaded, you can just feel it. And that's when I'll take a break. That is the good side of being a business owner because if I don't have a court case, I can stay home. um, I don't have to just push forward. I really can give myself some grace. But as you know, as being a business owner, sometimes we don't give ourselves too much grace. And we're like, hey, I got some things to do, so I'm not going to stop. But you definitely need to know when you stop. I will do a TikTok here and there just because it's not interaction necessarily with individuals. So with me, I am building on having a personal life, but I give my kids time. I have two girls, so I give them time and I try to carve out some time for myself. And that's an ongoing process and just finding that personal time. I actually have two trials tomorrow. So
You gonna win them.
that
You gonna win them. You're gonna win
I'm
those. Yep.
confident. I'm
Yep.
confident.
Yep.
Let's go.
If my
Let's
clients are
go.
watching, they already know.
Yeah, you're gonna win that. So let's talk about that. How can individuals get in contact with you if they're looking to solicit your services?
Okay, you can reach me at 757-578-5068. That's at the office. You can also send me an email at stillman at goanswerlaw.com. And I'm also on Granby Street at 900 Granby Street. I do prefer that you give me a call first before you just pop up. But you also can hit me on, I have a website, goanswerlaw.com. I have TikTok. I have Instagram, and it's the same at name, which is Anson Law.
Gotcha. Gotcha. All right. Well, listen, y'all. Listen, put some fire in the comments if you are feeling what we're dropping today. Listen, we're excited to have Miss Esquire, and hopefully we'll see her on May 4th. Maybe she'll come join us, drop some more gems at the Forte Experience. We're gonna be in Washington D.C. at the Cambria Hotel. Well, listen, y'all, we are out of here. Thank y'all so much. Miss Tillman, thank you so much. Miss
Yes.
Esquire. Let me say that correctly. Miss Esquire.
Put some
And
respect on
brother,
the name.
she's
Put some
from the
respect on it.
city, man. She's from the land. Can't get no better than that. She went to Lakeland. I don't care about the other high school. She went to Lakeland. And because she went to
Right.
Lakeland, yeah, she bleed that blue. I don't care about the other school. I ain't got to do with that. But we're going to claim her all day at Lakeland High School. So, all right, stay put, Miss Esquire. We're going to talk to you a little bit more. But y'all, let's talk more about what we have coming up one more time. Listen, we got the Forte Experience on May 4th. Cambria Hotel, Washington, D.C. You want to be there. It's all white. I'm going to say it again. All white. Do not try to come in black, pink, blue, yellow. You're not getting through the door. Ain't that right, Randall? Security is going to just escort them out.
Absolutely.
No Mr. Browns coming up in here dressed crazy. Listen, all white. What we love about this experience is you're going to be able to network with like-minded individuals. People that are doing big business, 9 to 5 employees, and then they got that 5 to 9. And so we're excited about it. Make sure y'all there. We got some special guests, some very special guests, and the mastermind is going to be fire. So go visit www.theforteexperience.com. www.theforteexperience.com. All right. Listen, bro, that was another fire episode today, man. What you think, man?
And yo, this I don't know how we keep on topping ourselves. We keep on topping it. It's
Yeah.
we're coming out the gate running for real.
Out the gate running, man. And to know Miss Esquire, to know her personally, it's man, just to see her growth and to see what she's doing. And I didn't know about her brothers. I mean, I knew about him being incarcerated, but I did not know that he was kind of like the motivation that got
The
her.
driving factor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So just to know that backstory is pretty dope. So listen, y'all, we out of here, and we'll see y'all on another one. But go to IG, go to Facebook, y'all. Make sure y'all follow, invite all your friends, cause we coming. BET Awards, we coming.
Let's
You can
go.
name all those other things, but we coming to y'all. We out of here, y'all. Peace.
What's your forte?